Okay. I did it. I hated that. But I did it. It better give me. Why couldn't there be one of those down there? Oh, let me read this first before I do anything with that red thing. Minute Diary 3. Our conversations were meandering today, but I got to see Freda smile. I've been hard watching her deteriorate more with each passing day. She asked me if I could help make an amulet out of her broken magic stones. That alone made today a joyous occasion. Maybe I'll bring some comfort to her after all. Oh, mm. Okay, that's nice. Oh, God, why are there so many here? Oh, like 800. Get me out of here, will you? If it's collecting your cards, counts as that, sure. Need to stop trying to complete on tablet. Why did that thing have it though? We almost passed it. Oh, fluorescent
Honor's Diary 1. On this day's dawn, my sister's child was born. A boy. Julius is his name. The king's illegitimate son, born into the family of a dark executioner. His life is sure to be one of hardship. He will undoubtedly want to know where he came from one day. Thusly, I have resolved to begin this diary, so that he may find answers when the time comes.
Executioner's gloves, black leather gloves sheathed in magic. Dark executioners once wore them as they performed their grim work. Seeing their insignia struck fear in sinners.
Damn, Snippet, you'll pay for this. Oh my god, I would have died.
Slip of paper. As one of the dark executioners, I imagine you are well aware of the verboten domain well below the stockades, where the blight festers. I have heard that the king's mage brigade has been going in and out regularly to survey the area, but something doesn't quite add up. I don't suppose you know what they are up to, do you?
Okay. Oh. Reverend, should never.
This derangement, is it the blight, or purely instinct? Aura's ring. Increases spirit uses. Priestess aura kills with a barrage of blight. It's been ages since someone had been able to awaken this ring's power.
Oh no. Dark executioner. That's cheap. Okay, killed it. Alright. Don't worry about me. Hurry up and get out of here.
Dark Executioner phases behind an enemy in visible range and brings down their blade on unsuspecting victim. The nameless Dark Executioner trained in fierce competition with Knight Captain Julius since their childhood. The blood of the sinner coursing through his veins kept his dream of becoming a knight from ever coming to fruition.
In prison here and becoming one of the blooded, no doubt. Hey, nice. The rain changed everything. We have lost it all. Even pride.
To think that this is how the royal aegis meets its end.
There has it. Yep. One eye. Damn, if I had that freaking thing, I would have killed this too.
I'm not done yet. The king. I must find the king. One-eyed royal aegis. The giant knight thrusts his great sword into the ground, creating a shockwave that launches surrounding enemies into the air. Royal aegis elite tasked with protecting the king. Defended the castle during the rain, only to be betrayed by one of his peers. Consumed by madness. Even if they can't die, this is still slaughter.
Even if they can't stop this, it's the same thing they said earlier. Yeah.
King of the First Ages Diary 3. The battle was long, but we have emerged victorious. Our attempts to find a way for our people to coexist bear no fruit in the end. The land will be divided into 6 nations. I will rule the land of the end. The land foisted on me is said to be cold all year, and some remnants of the ancients still remain. There will be much hardship ahead, but as king, I must remain strong.
Tablet. Okay. Done. Got. Got him.
What happened to my body? What's going on?
Oh yeah, they did experimental with animals, I think. If I'm correct. Be why.
Forsaken fellworm exhales a breath of toxic mist that spreads over a wide area. Enemies that make contact will lose health over time. Breath damage cannot be guarded. Many children denied a life within the castle walls were given refuge in the twin spires and trained as knights. Among the Forsaken, many were orphans of battle or illegitimate children of royal blood.
Oh.
Immortal's Crest. Recover a small amount of HP when you deal damage. Crest of an immortal knight who sacrificed everything to defend the kingdom. The lotus and sword insignia is wreathed in the blight. Bloodied Note 3. Day 20. The king and the knight captain said that even as immortals we would keep our minds, but I wonder if that holds any truth. My grasp on this body is fading and yet, my mind is still clear.
Here. Oh god. I'm gonna play with my water. How many sculptures I got? Like fragments I got? 4? Nice. Paper?
Writing on the wall. I was never allowed a shred of human dignity. I thought he might acknowledge my presence, my strength. No, it wasn't enough that I pulled myself up from the depths of hell to get here. He only ever had eyes for himself, and now he's trying to take everything away from me once again. I won't let that happen. I'm going to take it all back.
Oh. Get this area. No job.
Snowdrop Bracelet greatly reduces damage received from enemies. A bracelet made from snowflowers that bloom in chill climes, imbued with the prayers of a knight from the fort, wreathed in sincerity and past memories. King of the First Ages Torn Note 1. I found a small girl in the Deadlands. She didn't speak, but fix her gaze upon me as she clung desperately to me. I don't quite know what came over me then. Had I gone mad, wanting to bring back a child of the ancients? Was it because she resembled us? Because she was a child? Or perhaps a sense of obligation? Perhaps I wanted my sins to be forgiven.
Forgive.
King of the First Ages Torn Note 2. Though we once thought them completely wiped out, the ancients have returned. From the farthest reaches of the land they come, reanimated by the blight. The children of the ancients were revered and worshipped in Land's End as the white priestesses. They were the only ones who could stave off the blight. And though I knew full well the toll that purification places on their bodies, I could find no way to forestall their ultimate sacrifice. Another sin to add to the pile. Atonement now seems but a bitter joke.
them, thank goodness. I'm not going there yet. I don't even know what it is. Read.
The Deathless Pack. Only high-ranking priestesses are permitted to perform the necromantic rites that entreat the souls of the dead. A warrior of the ancients must forfeit flesh and offer their soul to the priestess, in turn becoming a deathless entity. The pact is then sealed and continues down the family line through the generations until the bloodline comes to an end. The ancient warrior shall remain immortal so long as the pact continues. This is one of the warriors, consumed by the blight. We were the last ones left alive. An undying warrior's end comes upon the death of the priestess to which they are bound. And the hour of death has come for my priestess and I. My eyes grow dim. Soon only our decaying corpses will remain. Farron, Eldred is. The battle is lost. Our homeland stripped bare. What fate awaits a people who have lost everything? Hatred is the vilest blight. Unaffected by purification it festers, rotting one from within. Listen well, Farron. Last of the undying warriors. The bound of the Deathless Pact will pass on to a new priestess. I beseech thee. Carry us in your memories. Be the guardian of the last priestess of our ancient society. Rest in peace, my brother in arms. I lost the priestess that I was meant to protect long ago, and have been imprisoned here ever since. Then I met you, the carrier of her ancient bloodline. My first thought was to break the bonds of the pact. By my own hands I would end it. But as we travel together, I came to a realization. I was once supposed to protect the priestess of this land long ago, and I'm still meant to protect her. You are the last hope of the ancients. Together we can free the white priestess of the fount. I believe this to be the sole wish of the ancients. A wish and people long since consumed by the blight.